Yeah, it's more performance based at this point. You know, we're trying to get him some team practices. He hasn't played in a long time. From a health standpoint, he's been cleared to play. And then, you know, it's more about just conditioning, getting his timing back, getting him in team settings, group settings, puck battles, things of that nature.
You got to see Ty for a game. Just what was your thoughts on what he got?
Yeah, I thought Ty played well, you know, considering he had to travel across the country, and we threw him right in the lineup in an afternoon game. I thought he played really well. He brings some energy. He's got a good motor. He skates. He's good on the forecheck. You know, it's basically everything that Chris and I had the conversation when they acquired him, that this was the type of game that he was going to bring to our group.
Looks like IRA was coming in for Mora. Just what's going into that decision? How you rotate them?
Well, we're trying to give both guys an opportunity to continue to grow and develop. We're trying to learn more about Vince's game. You know, we've only had him for a handful of games at this point. And we're also trying to put a lineup up that's going to give us the best chance to win. And so we're trying to balance all of those things.
How hard is that balance, Mike? I mean, this team seems like it's more looking at development at times now, but we want to win too, and it's not a development league. So how hard is this to balance that?
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, when the puck drops, we're going to try to win. It's hard not to. It's just how we're all wired. That's just the way it is. But we also understand, you know, that we've got some young players that are continuing to grow and develop here, and it's our responsibility to continue to work with these guys and help them improve and get better. It's in the best interest of our organization to do so. And so we're trying to find the balance and giving some guys opportunities to play in situations. But what I'll tell you is we're going to try to win every game that we have in front of us.
Is this I know you touched on this and the letter was released, you talked to the players on it, but there's a couple of days now, you've got guys who could get moved, you've got guys who you want to see how they do. Is this a hard week?
Yeah, it's never an easy week in general. You know, I think we've talked about this the other day. You know, there's just so much uncertainty around this week, around the whole league, not just with our team. And so, you know, and I say it all the time, we understand it, it's what we sign up for, but it doesn't make it any easier. You know, we're all human beings and understand those, you know, those times they're uneasy for players, families, etc. So, you know, it affects people's lives. And so I just think that's part of it. You know, we try to do our best to control what we can. You know, stay in the moment, focus on the game. You know, we have conversations with the players and trying to help them through the process as best we can, and you know, we take each day as it comes. That's been our approach.
Troy was quite candid with us this morning about what his future is and how he's handling it and all this kind of stuff. You just spent time in Italy with this guy. You want to go medal with him. How awkward is it now? These days, you're talking about knowing that you might not be here this morning.
Yeah, I don't know if awkward is the right word. You know, Vince and I have had a number of conversations around this. I mean, you guys know how I feel about him. You know, we obviously know he's a really good player in so many ways, and so I don't think it's awkward. But like I said, we have a good relationship, and I try to help him any way I can, and helping him navigate through the uncertainty. You know, nothing's etched in stone, and that's the other thing that I said to Vince is, you know, that none of these things are etched in stone here. So, you know, my advice is to do your best to control what you can and stay in the moment, and, you know, bring the game that you're so capable of playing. You know, he's such an impactful player on both sides of the puck with how he plays the game. You know, you saw what he did in Milan with the Olympic team. You see what he does here for our team here in New York. You know, he's a good player. He's a great person, and you know, sometimes the business of the game is difficult, and this is part of it.
Have you had any discussions about sitting in for roster management like you did with the Mayor?
Not to this point, no.
Just what has been your impressions of Brendan Brisson, and what kind of role do you see him going into here?
Yeah, so Brendan, I think Brendan has some offensive instincts. I think he shoots the puck really well. I think he sees the game offensively pretty well. I think there's elements of his game where we're trying to help him, just like in the puck pursuit aspect of his game, staying close in the offensive zone, getting in on the forecheck, disrupting plays, and then maybe some structural stuff in the defensive zone or play without the puck, just positional play, stick detail, things of that nature. But we clearly see his playmaking ability, his ability to shoot the puck. The goal they scored the other night, he was a big part of, and just that collective effort in the corner to maintain possession of the puck, being able to play out of the corner the way they did. There was a lot of detail around that stuff, and so that just shows his aptitude for working with him and what we're trying to accomplish together. And he was a big part of that goal. So I think that's the element of his game that I think potentially he could bring to this team. It's part of the reason why we use him on the second power play. His shooting ability, his playmaking ability, he has those instincts.
I was just wondering if some way you had some downtime to watch back some of the broadcasts of the Olympics and what do you think of the job of broadcasting? You watched the Canadian broadcast.
I haven't watched the gold medal game. I obviously heard the iconic golden goal phrase and some of the replays, which was awesome. Maybe in the summertime when I have a chance to reflect, I'll go back and watch that game.
You'll critique it better.
Listen, I have no critique. I know what I don't know, and that's something that Kenny's way better at than I am.
This is kind of a random but related question. I'm doing something on the photo of Jack Hughes that was taken of him kind of like pumping his fist there. I'm sure you've seen it. What was your kind of reaction when you saw that photo the first time?
Well, you can probably imagine what my reaction was. When you see the pictures, it just brings you back to the moment. When you're on the bench, and you see it from that vantage point, and the feelings that go through your body when that puck was in the net. It's an elated moment. It's that goal made history, and that team made history, and so. To be a part of that is an incredible feeling, but it just brings you back to the moment. That's what it does for me.